Hello everyone, my name is Marwan Al-Dosari. I am a student in LTU, Lawrence Technological University, Southfield, Michigan. Today is December 18th, 2015. This video will be the first video that I uploaded in my channel that I will talk about distributed database. If you have database, how can implement it as a distributed database. This topic that will talk in this video and my next videos. The outline that I will be cover in this video is introduction. Actually, I will not talk about SDLC or software development life cycle, and everyone's supposed to know that. So I will go directly on the topic. I will get the point. I will get the point that I want to reach. Distributed database. So what's the distributed database? Actually, there's three different distributed database. The first one is distributed database or DDB. What does that mean? Is a collection of multiple logically interrelated database distributed over computer network. That means if you have database in New York and Los Angeles and Detroit, for example, this one database and distributed database, and you put, for example, database in sub-database in New York and sub-database in Los Angeles. It looks like many database, but in the fact it's one database. That's distributed database. The another one is a distributed database management system, or DDBMS, distributed database management system. Is the software that manage of the distributed database that we just talked about and provide access mechanism that make this distribution transparent to the user. So we know that distributed database and distributed database management system, and exactly what the distributed database system or DDBS. The last one, DDBS, distributed database system. So it's actually distributed database plus distributed database management system. So maybe someone asked me, what's advantage for that you're talking about? There are many advantages of distributed database. For our example, database in New York and Los Angeles and Detroit, for example. Make sure it's one database. It looks like many databases in different locations, but it's one database. Don't worry about any new information or that you didn't hear that about before. I will go through step by step from install SQL server. We will talk which the SQL server version that you want that support our goal or distributed database. Until test your database in different locations. And I will talk more about the SQL version because there are many of versions doesn't support at all distributed database. It's still a SQL Server 2008, but we will figure out which the version that supports our goal, and make the fragmentation which the best one. Why we are select this fragmentation as horizontal or vertical, or what's the predicate and depend on the primary horizontal fragmentation, and what's the replication, what's the how can I make the linked server between two remote PC. Don't worry about that. This video, or my first video, I will be talk in the introduction about the general information, general topic. And also in each video I will be make it as maybe 10 minutes to make you more understand about what we will do in this video. So we will come back to the advantages of distributed database. For example, the data can be stored in different systems, like personal computer or servers or machinism, or I mean on the mainframes. And the user, for example, me, when I dealing with the database, I don't know where the data is located physically. Maybe in Detroit, in Los Angeles, or in New York. And also, for example, I'm dealing with a database on New York, and there are someone dealing in the same database in different locations. And the database can join and update from different tables which are located on different machine. For example, I'm admin on the database, and for my friend in Los Angeles, it's also admin. We are dealing with the database in New York. I am in Detroit, my friend in Los Angeles, and the database in New York. My friend will be update and delete the tables or the data from the database. I mean dealing with the remote database. We will see that. We will implement that in next videos. How can I make the linked server between the database, and also which the best way to make the publication. For example, there are marriage and snapshot and transactional. What's the best one? Why? We will talk that later. And if you can see, I'm recording this video on Mac, so there is no SQL version support to Mac version. So this is for information. This is maybe boring tutorial, but don't worry. In next videos, I will be moved to the Windows platform to make the SQL, to make the distributed database start from very basic until test your database in different locations. I don't know. Can I start on the data model? And the data model is 9 minutes. So see you in next videos. But before you leave, if you have any comment or suggest, please leave it below, and don't forget like, subscribe, and sharing. And see you in my next video.